Hey guys, this is Will from Going Awesome Places, and now that we've covered the unboxing of the pre-production samples and a full deep dive into the everyday case, it's finally time to talk about the accessories. And today I'm going to be focusing on this guy. This is wall mount, which is a magnetic slim link phone mount for walls and surfaces. So what is wall mount? Well, every single package comes with two of them, and if you look closely, it's square in shape, it's got rounded corners, magnets inside, 3M on the back, and the idea is that your everyday case will be able to dock to this, and this will be able to go on any single surface that you want it to be on. Now let's talk about construction. Now if you look really closely, this is the exact same fabric as the everyday case, so that same charcoal gray. It is cut to precision, laminated onto the metal, and if you look on the corner, you'll see a nice screen printed small logo of Peak Design. So it's really sharp, clean, and minimal, which I like. Now on the back side is the 3M VHB tape. Now this is extremely strong, double-sided acrylic tape. It is meant to bond with any surface instantly, and that bond gets stronger over time. Now what Peak Design has offered is that they're also including 2 packets of alcohol wipes to help prime and clean the surface. Once you have it cleaned and you put this on, you don't really have to worry about this falling off. Another thing you want to notice here is that there's an opening in the tape, and that is where that unique serial number is for every single product that you buy. And lastly, if you look closely, the metal that encases the magnet is the same anodized aluminum in matte black that you see across all of Peak Design products, including Capture. Well, how strong are the magnets? Well, I've dealt with rare earth magnets before, and they're not quite that strong, but they're still pretty darn strong. So I'm just gonna show you a quick test here. This guy's gonna be in my hand, and I'm gonna lower the everyday case down, and there'll be points where it catches. So strong enough to be able to pull it in once you're maybe about 5 centimeters away from that surface, less than ½ inch. So very strong magnet, and once it's on, it does require some force to pull off, but it's not too hard to do by hand. Now here's a quick test. So if you have 2 of these, how strong are these when put together? Well, they come together and they're actually quite strong. You have to really use your thumb to pry them apart. So there's a lot of strength there. And overall, I'll say that the magnet of this is stronger than the magnet that's in the everyday case. So that goes to my last test. So I thought, okay, what if this was connected to a magnetic surface, a wall, like a fridge, let's say, and I have my phone on it, and what if I pulled my phone away? Would it actually pull the wall mount away as well? And after repeated tests, it never did. So I gotta say that the wall mount is stronger in terms of magneticism compared to the everyday case, and that's a good thing. Well, in case you missed it, how do you actually mount this onto a wall? And there's really 2 options. Either by using the 3M adhesive, comes with, again, alcohol wipes, so clean it off, prime it, and stick it on, or this thing's a magnet, so all you gotta do is find a surface that is magnetized, and this will stick right on. So you're probably wondering, where can I use this thing? Well, I did some thinking, and here are a couple ideas. The first one's in the kitchen, and that might be the most obvious one, whether on the fridge or on the wall near your stove, where you can look at a recipe, maybe watch a movie or watch a TV show. Another idea is maybe in the office, where you can have a place where you can mount it on the wall instead of on your desk, let's say. You can use it in the laundry room, so maybe while you're folding clothes, you can have it mounted so you can watch a video or read something in the news. You can use it in the bathroom, so when you're waking up or going to sleep, before you go to sleep, you can brush your teeth and have it near the mirror, and you can read the news, again, watch a TV show or watch YouTube. And lastly, the workshop. If your table has a lot of different gear and you don't want to have your phone on there, again, mount it onto the wall so you can follow the instructions for something that you're building, or again, watch a movie. Well, let's say you've stuck this onto the wall, but you change your mind. How do you actually take this off? Well, the official instructions are to use floss. So really simple, you take out a strip, and you shimmy it back and forth or saw it, and that'll separate the wall mount with the surface. It'll leave a bit of residue, but you can use your fingers or painter's tape to take that off. One thing that is not recommended that you use is something like Goo Gone, because that'll soak into the wall. Okay, so now I'm gonna actually go around the house to find where I can stick the wall mount and see if this thing is actually practical. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we're in the office and I'm trying to figure out where could I mount this thing, like on the wall? That's kind of too far to access. You know, I have a standing desk right here. On the surface, but you wouldn't do that. You would want a wireless charger. Out here, nope. Okay, well, I do have one thing that's magnetic. That's my little thing that I use to record my voiceovers. I mean, I could, but it's a little far from where I'm sitting. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I do have this organizer here, but I don't think this is magnetic, so that won't work. Got some filing stuff over here. That's magnetic. You could stick it over there, but again, when would I ever do that? Oh, that sticks. That's not very strong, or that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Pardon the mess. So laundry room, we got a bunch of things. I guess you could stick it over here above the sink, but I don't know. There's nothing magnetic here. Oh, that sticks. Okay. Could do that. Ugh, that's mostly all plastic. The surfaces work, but you would just put it on the table if that was the case. The wall's a little bit far in my case, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You could stick it maybe on the cabinets. Well, this is our master bathroom, and okay, one thing I thought I could do, maybe out here. That could work, right? But mirrors aren't magnetic, so if you were to stick it on, you have to use the 3M tape. You could stick it on the wall beside the sconce somewhere. That could work. Maybe down here by the counter, I guess. In the shower. Ooh, maybe over here. That is not magnetic. But I guess if you're taking, nope. Okay, we are in our kitchen right now. I think for the idea that I had with recipes, you could maybe stick it on the wall. Okay, maybe. Maybe by the stove. Maybe. But again, there's nothing magnetic here. I think that's magnetic, but I don't know if it's safe to have it by the outlet. So you really are relying on the 3M tape here. This is magnetic. Dishwasher. You could maybe stick it over here as you're making coffee. The fridge. So not all fridges are magnetic, but ours luckily are. And so that could work. Have it on the fridge. Put your phone there, but you know, you're working over here, fridge is over here. Does that make sense? We got our microwave oven combination. That works, but same kind of thing. Huh. Oh, that's magnetic. I guess you could put it up there. Have your phone mounted up here with the recipes. You're cooking a delicious meal. Maybe. Don't know if there's a place that makes sense here. We're headed to the basement. I don't have a workspace, but I got some stuff here. And, you know, if I'm working down here, maybe I could mount it somewhere on that cabinet. You know, this is definitely magnetic, right? So, you know, you have one there. Stick your phone while you're working instead of just putting it on a surface somewhere. Well, I hope that gives you some crazy idea of where you could potentially use it at home. It was pretty tricky, I gotta admit, of where to put something like this, but hopefully that sparks some ideas. Well, what about MagSafe? Well, the good news is that it is completely compatible with the wall mount. It's a flat surface, so an Apple iPhone 12 or the cases or anything else that will eventually use MagSafe will all work. It'll stick on, no problem. Well, like the everyday case, there are some pre-production issues that they've spotted and they've let us know about. The first one is really about the lamination process. If you look at one of the edges here, the fabric doesn't go all the way to the corner, so I think that's part of that. They also talk about things like bubbles and imperfect lamination that you might notice with some pre-production samples. Another issue is sink marks. So there's a magnet back here, and in certain light you can actually see kind of the circle indentation. Yeah, it kind of shows up right there. So that is something that they're looking to fix in the post-production final version. And finally, there is some talk about this being not strong enough for the case, but honestly, I never experienced that. So to close things off, here are my thoughts about wall mount. Is it extremely useful? I am not convinced. As you saw with my walkthrough in the house, I'm not actually quite sure where I'd be using this. I think a lot of the trepidation comes with the 3M tape. I don't know if you guys are the same. I really don't like using semi-permanent to more or less pretty permanent 3M tape. It's incredibly strong, and I know you can take it off, but it's just one of those things that you don't want to deal with, especially on a walled surface or maybe even marble or a mirror. It's just not great of a mounting solution. So I prefer to be able to use it on magnetic surfaces, but there just aren't that many magnetic surfaces in the house these days. So those are kind of my thoughts on it. It's something that I just don't know if I'm going to use, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Are there some ideas in places where you could use it that I didn't really think about? What about outside of the house? What are your thoughts about 3M versus not 3M? Drop a comment down below. Again, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.